Hey, so I, this is going to be like my first makeup tutorial, if that makes sense, because obviously my first video is the how to get to know me and like how I got into makeup, but now I'm actually going to show you, and I am filming these on the same day, so this makeup look I'm going to be doing is going to be in the video. It's all just self-taught and I'm just going to jump right in and show you what I'm going to be doing. Okay, so ignoring this in my nose, you know, just it's on its way and going out the door. To make sure it's a good point, and I'm pinching my brush. Okay, so I'm just going to do one brow, go off camera, do the other brow, and such and such. I recently got my eyebrows tinted and threaded. So I have done that bottom line. Now, I'm not really fussy whenever you're filling it in, you're like... And now you're probably thinking, why does she go dark brown brows whenever she has bleached blonde hair? It is literally just because I like it, and that's the way I do it, because like you can see my roots, they are coming through, but I really don't mind that. And I am keeping my brows dark because it's a bit weird looking whenever I have a bright blonde pomade with like dark brow, like brow hairs. So a lot of people do say to me to go lighter, and I'm like, nope. So I'm just going to show you how I carve it out now. Okay, so carving out, I use the Lasting Finish, I always say Lasting Perfection concealer, that's a different concealer. It comes in a wee pot, I just find it's really, really good. So carving out my brows to give that sharp line, I use the M113. It'll focus against my hand. See, it's literally... So then I have my Zoeva Concealer Buffer, which is buffing out. Just straight. I really have no way to explain how I'm doing this. But think of your concealer as an eraser. If you've any wee hairs or anything to get rid of, you know. That's why I love this concealer being so thick. So that is my one brow. So I'm going to go off and I'm going to do this brow just so it's quicker. Okay, so I'm pretty sure now I look like a mad woman. But what I have basically done is just concealer on my eyelid, you know, just to prep it. And then I have done buffed out just, and then I've set with the Katy Airspun Orange Sunset. With bits of reds in it and stuff. I'm mainly going to be using my 35B palette by Morphe. Mainly. And the Juvia's Place palette. I will mainly be using this orange here. None of these come with shade names. Okay, so I have one eye done for what I'm doing. I don't know if you can see that. I haven't went with a super thick line. You can hear my dog. And I haven't went for a super thick line. I have went for a super thick line on the eyeliners, both of them. I'm just waiting on this eyelash glue to go clear for a wee minute. So I'm going to go straight onto this. Now I have set just my brow bone. I have not set this here because it's a new thing I'm trying out and it seemed to work pretty well. I'm going to try and do this again. I am obviously in this mirror. First of all, I went in with my BH Cosmetics brush. I think it's like £3 on Beauty Bay, which is the site where you can get American stuff in the UK for like without paying customs. So I started with my palette and I just took one of these shades. So that's the one I took first. I kind of mixed these two, to be honest. There's my dog, just mind no business. So obviously I have quite a large eye shape, and I mean like large. Like any set of, like I have large eyes anyway, and any set of lashes that I get, they still don't fit the whole way over my eye. So yeah, that's how my life goes. So I'm just doing that as my transition. And I don't spend a lot of time on this just because it's not one of my vibrant colours. Okay, now we are up close and personal. Yeah, transition shade. You can just see like how that moves. And I have one really thick on my eyeliner, but like, hi ho. Okay. So I've done that. I'm just going in again with it actually. And now I'm going in with this really soft brush from Morphe. It's the M200. Now look at it, I've already got my product on it. I am now using the Juvia's Place Orange. So that's what I'm gonna do. And I properly packed this on. Now you can see how bright that is. I packed this everywhere. And I have went pretty high, but I'm gonna go in with a yellow just after, just really quickly. So as you can see, it is super, super bright. And obviously bringing that down, because the rule is what goes up must come down. You're in a plain view of my roots there. You probably think I look like a mad woman. Okay, so then I go back in with my BH Cosmetics brush. Really blend out those edges. And then on that same BH Cosmetics brush, now it is important, oh I forgot, just a quick shout out to Katy, MUA. She is an Irish artist. This is where I got the idea from. So I just forgot to say it there. The BH Cosmetics, the yellow actually now, or the Juvia's Place, not BH Cosmetics, but I'm going back in with my BH Cosmetics brush. And on that outer, where we already done it, okay, I'm a little bit bright. I always do this just because it kind of, you know, softens out, and it doesn't matter if it's like taking away the other bit because you're gonna like reapply that, because I've done like 3 coats, and I'm being serious, like 3 coats of that orange. I'm actually going to go in with that same brush that we used for the airspun. My dog's opening that again. I'm using that yellow. The BH Cosmetics brush just didn't pick it up enough. Like, so what I've done now, what did I do now? Oh, right. So I got this brush. This is a Morphe M330. It is amazing. So I actually went into, this was not mentioned at the start, my Jeffree Star palette. Oh, that. A little bit. Let me camera down. Okay, so I went into the Jeffree Star palette. Ooh. And I used the, what's that, Fetish colour. Very, very lightly, like extremely lightly, because I didn't want it to take away from the orange that we have, and this is what I will be using in my outer corner. So very, very, very lightly. And I did put that into the inner corner just because I want you to see it, so it makes it more emphasized. But that's about it. That's what I bring in. And if you're ever needing a brush, go back to that brush that you use, the airspun, if you're ever needing anything to blend out with. So I don't want it to be super dark right now. So what I'm doing is I'm going to cut my crease. And I actually use a pretty big brush just because I find it's easier to use. It's easier to get the proper shape for me. And this is the Morphe S4, and you can see it's a pretty big brush. But I actually use that same concealer that I carved my brows with, but I add a bit of Eyeliner in. I have it on both sides of that brush. I'm gonna like not be breathing. But I follow my natural crease because my natural crease is quite high. I go a wee bit further up than it, but that's about it. Okay, so what I do now is do not touch that, don't blend it out or nothing yet. I go in with this kind of brush, I forgot what, M214, and I go into my Morphe 35B and use this really, really white at the top and just patting it on to set that concealer, also give it a wee bit of colour. Dog will not shut up. So just take that the whole way across. And then what you're gonna do is, what I done next was blending the burgundy in. First is what I done. Then we went in with that orange shade from the Juvia's palette. I cannot speak, and pat it on. You pat it on, blend it out, and you can use that brush you used for the airspan. Blend it out. Again, you can pick a wee bit up with that as well. Okay, and now we're going into the yellow of the Juvia's palette. So I'm just taking a Morphe 204 into the yellow of the Juvia's palette. Again, going back in with the orange just to blend them all together. Now I'm actually going to take a wee bit of the burgundy onto the bottom because you know the rules. I'm one of these people that has to have a really dark waterline. I don't know why, I feel like this here does not emphasize enough for me, so I have to go with my dark. There's my face going. So I basically just use that same brush. It's so tickly with this brush, but we're going with it because that's what we're doing. This is where I start my eyeliner. So what I use for my eyeliner and what I love is my eyeliner. I have tried so many different. I've tried the Kat Von D tattoo liner, and to be honest, I find this is better. I use the Maybelline gel. It's like what, $8.99 or something in jet black, and I love it. Now a lot of people do their top line first, you know, like their actual eyeliner, but I do my waterline first just because I find that's the easiest what to do. You look a bit bottom heavy, but so just pulling it, and it's this here eyeliner does not come off for the life of you. The other time it comes off with like an oil, so like I use coconut oil wipes as well, like before I properly cleanse, and that's how I get it off. So I'm just going to go between my lashes a bit. Okay, so to blend out my bottom lash, I use this brush. I don't know, there's no number on it. There's no number on it because it came in the eye set, but that's what it looks like. Obviously I've used it for my black, but blending it out, blending it out. And it's so easy to like. I start with my inner corner and it just seems easier for me to go like that. My eyes look super weird there. And again, as I was saying, I have went pretty thick with my eyeliner. Okay. So now going on to this eyeliner. This is just, I don't even know where I got this. I actually forget, but it's a glitter eyeliner. Just go over it, this one a wee bit. Okay, I'm just waiting on that lash to go, but getting this glitter off my face. Okay, so I am on to my little travel size professional because I have run out of my big one. Seriously need to get it. So the only place I put primer is my nose, my forehead, and like my pores. That is the only place I put primer. The foundation I use, obviously I'm still waiting on that lash glue. The foundation I use is the Milani Conceal and Perfect. Now I mix shade 7 and shade 00A. Now you're probably thinking, what the hell? So this is a really dark shade and this is the lightest they have. And to me, it's just so I can choose because my skin tone would change an awful lot or what I fancy because my tan and stuff like that. And I would always go darker on my face because I find it just gives a better glow. And I also, you're probably thinking 3 foundations, what the hell? I mix it with Maybelline Fit Me 110 because it is then what I would say as like thinner. Now one of my favourite brushes to like blend out my foundation is by far the Morphe, I'll show it for you, the Morphe 439. It looks like that. Absolutely amazing. Okay, so I love the full coverage, like non-stop. And like, look, wait till you see this foundation. It is to die for. You will be popping out and buying this.
Okay guys, I just wanted to say, while I'm editing this, I'm noticing that I do know my face is a different colour from my hands. It was actually, I was going out that night and I was putting instant tan on after it, so don't judge, because that's why I wanted it.
This is what you would, to be honest, compared to like higher end brands, this is what you would call like a drugstore brand. But like you can't buy it in like stores because, well, where I am you can't buy it in stores. So for concealer, I'm using the LA Girl Pro Conceal in shade Porcelain. Now like, woo! It's a strong ass concealer. All my high points, basically everywhere you highlight. Beauty blender. Brightens up your face so much. So I'm actually going in with my Real Techniques. This is a blush brush, but I find it best for powder. So, and my Katy Airspun under my eyes. This is great for baking, but I'm not like fully baking, because fully baking is when you get like a powder puff or a sponge, you know. I powder everywhere like a bitch, because I love that fully matte, like matte. Okay, so it looks a little bit different from when you last saw me. I literally just changed my glitter to a silver glitter and put it all over the front of my eyelid, just because I felt it wasn't glitter enough for me. I am in need of glitter. So now that I have powdered myself like everywhere and made myself completely matte, just making sure. Okay, so I have made myself completely matte. I'm moving on to bronzer, and I'm actually using this wee brush for bronzer at the minute. This is a Superdrug. I think it's part of their fantasy range. But for my bronzer, I use the Vivid, you won't even be able to see that. It's the Revolution Vivid Baked, and the New Look. And New Look is a shop, you know, in the UK. So I just basically mix the two of them together and bronze me up. That's the way you want to be going. People say to me, I never know where to bronze, and I'm like, think of yourself as two big threes in the side of your face. All time highlight. I love highlight, and the one I'm using is the Lime Crime highlight palette. There is 3 different shades, the names are in the back. Look. And this one in the middle has been my favourite lately. I'm using a small fan brush, shade which is called Pearl. Wow. Like, what? Like, oh my god. That's the first time I've seen it on camera, and it's been like, whoa. Like, what the pot? Like, what? Okay, so what I'm going to use on my lips and have recently just got, and it's just so amazing. This is actually the mini version, and this is the Lime Crime Cindy. Now, we are now on my lips. I can't believe that highlight, like look at that highlight. Like, wow. I love this color. I love that color. Okay, so I'm gonna finish off saying I hope you like this look. I hope it's easy enough to follow for you guys, and that I hope you hit that wee subscribe button. There is an alarm thing so that you can get a notification whenever I put up a video. Yeah. I'm just sort of looking at myself at the corner of my eye. I'm going like, I love this lip color. But yeah, so I'm just gonna finish off the video saying bye. I hope you's enjoyed it. If so, you know, leave me a wee comment. And yeah.